What do I have here? Oh, I can close that. Does that solve the gas crisis? That doesn't solve the gas crisis. Can I get some ball music? Anything? Vapor memory. Let's see what we got here. We might do a little bit of nethack after Jeopardy. We'll see. I don't know yet. Oh, that's what I can't really see. I can see out of one eye, but I can't see out of both of them. What's this one? Leon LS Vision 9000. It appears to be some type of mechanical chocobo on the album cover. Or maybe some type of mech thing. Maybe we'll try a Jade game. I know it's like I had a really busy, stupid day, so we were hoping to play a little bit earlier, but I kind of need to like wake up. For some reason, I think this is the best way to wake up. That's the best part of waking up. I just can't bring myself to playing stupid 1493. There's always gold room too, but you see there's like nobody on. I guess there's more on gold. The only problem is that like we lose 1,000,000,000 points playing gold room. So we'll try a jade room. This album's not very loud. Oh, it's my fault. Well, this one's pretty experimental. If it starts to suck, I'll do something else. We got Akage and his nemesis in this game. Like the 9 goes first. This guy is on his way to Saint. Kind of the fewest games possible. Pretty good aggressive numbers. This person's kind of in the middle. Ooh. Let's start throwing east, I guess. I don't need all of those. This one's on their way up. They haven't played a lot of games. Wow, it's the Sharks, man. Yeah, I mean, if this is just... Because, like, these hours, it's again, it's like a tier up just because there aren't that many people on them. You know? How hard did we chase this? Well, that was a lot of lag. Whoa. Maybe we're not even just gonna play. Like, that was really bad. It was really bad. Oh boy. It's not this, right? I don't think it's the. I don't think it's the singular YouTube going on. No dropped frames, but their client is screwing up. I don't know what we're doing here. This is bad. If I try reconnecting, this is really bad. Can I try to get back in between games? This is really bad. And the game is still responsive, but it's skipping. Oh boy. Let's get out of this while I can. This is Dora. We would call this. We definitely call this. I don't like this lag. I don't know why it's so laggy. Something stupid happening here. Oh, Mahjong Soul's having a conniption. That's what's happening here. Oh god. Okay, restarting the client. Hopefully we aren't losing. That sucked. Hopefully we can get back in. That sucked. It's gonna take a minute. So we're probably gonna lose this hand. Good. Okay, we got back. Hopefully this is better. game, the browser thing, whatever, it basically memory leaked all over the place. And it looks like we didn't actually miss anything. Just get rid of this 9. You're not dealer. We're actually north. Can't kind of sucks. Now I just kind of got this 5 in the middle that I don't know what we're doing with. Am I just gonna get choked on soap? Like, this is one thing I need to ask a pro, or high-level player, whatever you want to call them. I need to understand, what do you do when someone chokes this? Like, you can't give it up, right? Because you're just going to give it to somebody else. You just try to make a hand with this as the pair. Played one. Very funny. Very funny. They eat it up. We just Rochambeau'd our connection because the game wasn't working correctly. Well, there we go. Okay, so they have a ready hand, right? So we definitely call that in this case because we got like we got stuff to run away to, and we have Genbutsu to everybody. So can't call that because I need my pair. But this 8's really good. If we can attack, we can call anything here, and then be sad about it. This 4 is probably the hand's over, and very over, because it's actually a Suji that hasn't been played. 147. 7's not been played. This kid hasn't thrown any Sozu. This was probably more the fault that I haven't restarted the client in a minute. That might be more on me. Okay, so dealer's chasing now too. I broke my pair. It's just I don't want to, like, all these other tiles are down the middle, right? And this should probably get us. Well, he just threw that. This should probably get us around the table again, and now it will. But we're not going to be able to complete the hand. We tried. It's not like we didn't try. It's just one of those that I think. I actually have a downloadable client called Mahjong Soul Plus. But it basically, I think it imitates a mobile device. That's why I have the duck. Yeah, I wasn't too far off, but it was the wrong Suji. Yeah, so what tends to happen with it is it likes to just spit. Like, it's just like leaving a browser tab open too long. So usually before a session, I'll just restart the client. Because there's like dailies to claim or whatever, and it's literally just like clicking the collect button. But I had quite a day, and I figured it was already rebooted at least once. Really not. But if you'd like a link to it, I can show you what it is. I have to find it. I mean, I know I have the link. It's not what I mean. I believe it's this link. But like how bad it was lagging and the screen turning gray and stuff. I think this is it. I could be wrong. That's topics. That's not useful. They called the 9s. Neat. Let's get rid of this 5. We'll put before it's a 1. Because I've also thrown Dora. This is indication that they're somewhere, but the fact that those are 9s is a bit scary. Like, I don't like this throw, but I have to get rid of it. There it is. I just hoping they weren't ready. Now they're probably ready, and this hand is probably over.
No.
Yep, that was pretty simple. That's just called paying attention. But it should be called Mahjong Soul Plus, and I got it off of it's Ma Soul Plus. Here it is. I have it. There's probably a later release, but that's kind of what you're looking for. And all it is it's basically got a you want to make sure you connect to the US server. Oh no. Oh no. I've never used that stuff. Every time we try to run our dehumidifier, it works. It's just we never think it does anything. Like, it's really old. But Every day I wake up with scabs in my nose. The weather right now is just bad, so it's hard to know what's a health issue and what. Yeah, I have one. You can't see it, but there's one on the wall. It's an old school one that it moves, but I think it's more sensitive. I think it's the barometer. I want to say half of the thing doesn't work. It's more decorative. It's a pretty good hand, by the way. Obviously, some things need to come together. I don't want to push too hard, but it's a good hand. Like here, I can't really play that because of the... Ooh, his 8s are gone. Let's just cut it. Let's just cut it. Boom. Another one calling. So I think you watch this enough that you know whenever someone calls stuff with edge tiles, we know they can't be using Tanyo as a Yaku. So like looking at what this guy threw, he's seeking dragons. Dragons are his wind. The east wind, which is gone, and the south wind, which is gone. There's not enough of them left to create a... He needs to triple one of those, otherwise he can't really do anything with this besides just calling all trips. So it gives a lot away about his hand. Okay, this music's gonna get benched. It's too experimental for stream. I don't mind it, but I think everyone else is gonna start minding it. I need that soft paper. Uh-oh. Technically, I have no save tiles. This guy. The 2s might be okay. That 6 is very loose. Okay, well, 2 is very good. Whenever someone on our left throws something, I will follow what you're saying in a second here. I don't want to deal into this guy. Stealer could sink everything. With a 3, you suck. North is good. I don't know the status of these 2s, because 258 has only been broken on one side. Well, I can't really throw... this is Suji in the wrong direction, right? What are we looking for here? I really hope the 2's okay. Very hard to know. Very hard to know. The 7's better for us, but hopefully the 2 can go. It might just be a Ron. Ron to the other way. Ah, you fucker. I can't do anything about that. That was two-way traffic. I think probably all of our best tiles were poison. That's a rough deal in. But this is the consequence of playing more hands, and this is just a hand with not having a lot. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Huh. With one of the ones gone and a north gone, this is probably a draw. Yeah, that was just some really poor luck. We really don't deal in, so we're kind of toying with this idea of can we play more in traffic? And I really think the answer is just no. I think you're just sometimes dealt stuff. It's just not going to win those hands. And sure, you can chase them, you might win them, but I'm not sure they're worth it. I think they're negative value. And that hand clearly wasn't coming together. But maybe the 7 was better. I didn't realize that they were very flushy looking. I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't cost us too much, because now you have these two idiots in far away first and second, and we've just been kind of screwed of winning any hand. Let's see, ranges. I'm assuming that's percentage. This hand's kind of dumb. So we had 4-6. We broke 4-6, even though it can accept our red 5. Because right now we're 1 away on pairs. Of course, I'm just gonna get away from it. It's a little bit inefficient, but I just want out of the middle. And this hand is kind of only making if it makes pairs at this point. Would we reach it? Probably. It's a good weight. Like, we're waiting on a 1 or something. I think I can do that. There goes a Dora tile. But yet again, I mean, basically that deal-in was to some asshole who had a Dama. Like, he was open, but there wasn't really an indication they were ready. we didn't deal into the reach dealer. So I mean, honestly, that hand could have gone a lot worse for us, and we were basically dealt a hand that was a screw job. This is going to be a very low Dora hand. Sorry, just 25% the winner. Oh yeah, you're up a little more northeast coast, right? Like where they're getting all the crazy, somewhere along where they're getting all the crazy snow. A little bit. Let's keep in the north just because I think it's a likely deal in tile. Even though that 3 is cleaner, because we're looking for pairs, so basically any tile that hasn't been thrown yet, or is a likely, like, once thrown on her, I think is pretty good in terms of hitting a run. This year's we have no Dora. We have no value, so chasing this to go all pawns is like 3,000 point hand. It's not very good. A lot of ones are gone. We can throw a 1. This kid is Tempai because he's now throwing a pair away. Oh, thanks, game. I hate you. Maybe he's not Tempai. I think those are both Sumoguri. They drew it and just threw it. Oh, we're losing a bit, Holdu. I'm talking to eat it up. But we avoided dealing into the reach. We just dealt into the person on our left, and I'm not really sure there was a whole lot to be done about that. It was one of those hands that everything was poison, and there wasn't a Genbutsu. There was nothing we could really throw. Probably okay. May not be. Like, what are we dealing into at this point? All the Doras are gone. There's red 5s. That's it. Meh. I am going to need to pair something. There's no reason to call any of this. I could have called 3 things, 4 things. We could have been Tempai, but we would have had no defense left. Literally no defense. So this is just another hand that we're just going to be stuck in Ishanten. But I really don't like the call, because, I mean, it's chasing a 2-han hand for nothing. I'm just going to break it, because we can't do anything, so it's just not... So we're going to lose money here. But we're playing in Hasu hours. We'll do, like, everybody here is probably, like, if they're not Saint level, like they have really good stacks. No one had a hand. Maybe we're all just holding each other's things. I don't know. Get some free Hanba points. This seems like a pretty easy flush hand. I won't say easy, but this seems like the kind of hand we go for a flush. I don't know, just having some fun. We were thinking about doing some... I just had another stupid day, so... I really want to play nethack, but it's just the level of focus and thinking is just not there. It's just not there. We're definitely forcing this flush. We might be pretty aggressive about forcing this flush. We're just going to get out of all these. Because none of these other joins are even any good. Like, we're dropping a Kanchan 7-9 with no Yaku. So, I think this situation's better. We would have made a 7-8. It's not bad. But now we've cleared our hand of everything. And we pretty much call, I mean, like, the reason we kind of kept this, I mean, we started basically with 2 runs and some extra nice tiles in this suit. Really hitting anything in the suit would really help things. I think we're down the west first. Now we have 2 pairs here, so we have 1, 2, 3. We have 4 blocks, and it's just going to be a matter of what we call off, right? So there goes the Chun. Now we're Ishanten. Ishanten with... I hopefully like to call these 2 and make this our pair, but like I'll take what I can get. I'll take the fastest Tempai, even if it means throwing the store. Fuck you. Fuck you. Now what do we do? This guy's 3rd place, so this is a problem if they magically win this hand. And I think I have to just take Tempai. This sucks, but it has to happen, right? Like, I can throw the 3. There's a lot of tiles that work with that. It's low in their suit, but I don't know why you would throw further. This is rough. I can only do what I can do. Oh, let's go, baby. Whoosh. 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 Finally. And that's why we kept the Dora, even though they're like, we just don't want to throw it. But that got us a lot of points. Good stuff. Like, that was a really good weight. So, like, passing one iffy tile, knowing we have half the Dora, that, you know, it's not a guarantee we're not going to get wrecked. But we basically, you know, not only steal it, I mean, we had to fight that. Like, there was the possibility if we don't win that hand, he wins 8k, and now we're down 16k to everybody at the table. And that's just not good. I think that would be just not good. It's probably the least useful tile, because 1, 3, 4, like 3, 4 is basically just as good. So we look down our things, we got 5, 6, 1, 2. This shape is complex and very nice. It's no good. We have 3, 4 and a 6, 8. So like the one doesn't really add anything. And this shape is already more or less going to secure us a pair. Call and 5s. What are we throwing here? Okay. It's a bit awkward. This shape is really problematic, because if it doesn't complete, it's kind of a liability with where I think this guy's hand is going. Because the problem is the door is in the middle of this. Maybe we just don't make this hand. If we don't get the Dora tile, are we still playing? Is I think a fair question. Yeah, I don't want to deal into that either. Let's stay far away. But we have wrestling tonight. It's at 10 o'clock. So I might skip out for Jeopardy for a little bit, and then come back for another round or two, or maybe some nethack, and then we'll be done. Something like that. I don't know. Really? Okay, well this kind of tells the story. I mean, they're just all pawns. Does that kind of tell the story of what's happening here? But I throw down the middle here, because he's thrown nothing in Mon. Oh, there's no 8s. For the 3. Because this is complete, and I don't need this pair. Okay, I think we're about done here. Kind of a disaster. Did you finish that puzzle game in the pyramid/temple thing? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I need to get back to that. Wow, this kid just gave me 3 Doras. Oh. Wow. Yeah, that's Escape Simulator. It's like Escape Room Simulator. I think it's called Escape Simulator. Yeah, I want to play more of that. They actually added a whole new room, and there's like ways to. Yeah, but we did finish that. I think this is when I was starting to feel not good or something. Way before I got like super sick. Wow. This is gonna be a dumb match. We're just gonna watch this guy get destroyed. Like, this is the guy you don't want to be in Jade Room, is chasing like this. You have to be a lot. Like, I was talking with Maranium last night, and I think I think a lot of the books are very useful. 1, 2, 3. We don't have enough to call this. This hand's really bad. But yeah, if you remember it, like, maybe we streamed it briefly. I don't want to say we did stream it, but if we didn't, the end was a lot simpler. Basically, we figured out most of it. There's panels on, basically it's like, there were like 3 doors. It's like you were in the room and there were literally like north, south, east, west doors. And there were some pretty simple puzzles inside of each of them. I mean, they were fine, but I mean, just there were, that's what was in there. Wow, you're here. Hilarious. That's hilarious. It's like I say something and then you're here. How did that happen? Were you lurking? Welcome. We're watching this guy who I actually thought was pretty good, but they're kind of getting dunked. Oh dear. They're getting a bit dunked. But everybody in this game, I stat checked them, like, nobody here is, like, abhorrently bad. It's just somebody has to lose. Right now, the 3K dealing over here, while this guy was reach, is more or less the difference between us and being... But, I mean, we're really not that far behind. But clearly we're in a little bit more of a defensive posture here, because we started a hand with 8 orphans. Good to see you. But yeah, I was just talking to Toldu here about there's a little... Oh, I don't like this. I really don't like this. It probably doesn't need 9 if we didn't need the 6. I don't like this too. It's on broken. And we got everyone throwing Dora. There's 2 Doras out there. The second one is easier to make. Our hand sucks, so... I mean, it's not the worst. We could certainly just sumo a million things and we'll be awesome. But I don't think... He's sumo guried, so we know this 9 is still safe. Well, we completed something here. We have a backup pair, but then I have this. 7 just went, so... And that was sumo guri again, so let's just dump the 7. I don't know what I'm doing with this 3. We started throwing the 9 because we thought the 6 was cool. I don't know about a 3, though. I don't know about that 6, dude. You're crazy. Well, I wasn't wrong. I wasn't wrong. No, I don't think he's Dama. Just looking at this discard pile, it's lacking Mon, because I think he's signaled that because this guy's got a flush and he's ready. This is the signal that we're ready on a flush. But I think we're as close as we're going to get to the sun here. Obviously, free discard, pretty much free discards we're still going to take, and then we're just out of here. See ya. On the 5, no less. What balls? On a 5. Good. Hopefully we're not in a Tonki West. What would be the best for me is just if one of these people gets cut. I can't even throw these. Well, the good news for me, I don't think he's changed his tile. This guy's flushy. So you can probably just throw the 6. Am I okay throwing this 6? 4 to 6, probably. There goes a 5. But yeah, that game's really cool, Hulu, and I do need to play. I should play more of it. So 4 is likely okay. 4 is like super likely okay. Well, that really answers my riddle. I really don't care if there's a no 10 payment here. Oh, hello. Well, I'm glad I have Genbutsu to everybody. Oh, dear Christ. He has triple Dora, or quadruple Dora. And now all the 5s are Dora, except I think all the 5s are gone. That was Sumo Guri, so we're just going to throw our 1 here. So we're out of this hand, and this match may very well be over.
Reach. Sumo. Dorani. Dorani.
That's 18k, right? We're done here.
Hanema.
Alright, so... basically, gain and win nothing. Nothing. We weren't this guy. They were Master 2. Lost a lot of points. Gotta go do something. I'll catch you later. Thank you. Do we have time to do another? Like, that one didn't even go the full go, but that was 30 minutes, and that didn't even go the whole way. I don't want to miss Jeopardy. So maybe we just switch to, we only got the South one. It took 30 minutes. That's the other thing with these matches is they take. Maybe we try gold. I don't want to go like losing gold. That'd be really sad. Maybe we just play nethack because I don't know this. If we play another match, like I said, we only got halfway through that Hanchan, and that took 29 minutes, and I have basically 29 minutes. So going into another, gold probably would go faster. And that's one consideration. Like, I'm not necessarily here to, like, you know, exactly, I don't know what I'm proving, but, like, whatever gains ranking the fastest, right? Like, but the only problem is I don't think it shows you the room points. Could be gold. It could be, but I think we're significantly better than gold players. Typically, the only reason we're going to take fourth in gold now is sumo party, just total sumo party. But obviously, yeah, any fourth we take is really going to hurt. But the reason I wanted to show this is, so here's the rank bonus. This is South round. So you only get 80 rating for a win and 40 for second, right? And the penalties, we're basically going to lose like 200 points. So what that means is if you were stood pat across the board and just got 25% of each of these, and this isn't counting like how many points you win in the match, and it isn't counting the UMA points, because really the UMA points is plus 15, plus 5, minus 15. But the key thing here is that if we just add up what these bonuses are, there's 120 points on offer, but we lose 200 points, whereas over here, there's 165 points on offer. It's actually really not that much better when I look at this again. It's 165 points on offer, and we have a penalty, I believe it's 200 for South round. Click on this and it shows you. So we're Master 1, and it says our fourth place penalty is for South round 165. So you can see like the less those numbers add up, but there just really aren't a lot of people on right now. This is basically like the worst time to play, because as you saw in that match, it basically was all Saints. Like, we're good. It's just when you're playing nothing but good people at the table, somebody has to lose. But let's just switch gears to nethack, just because we don't have time. I don't have time to get through a match. We had the dumb leprechaun of what I don't know what's happening. Oh, it's getting over it. We have that game too. Nethack Sad is the name of this. Well, you can't see me on this one because we put up otters. This was the game that we were playing before. What I would like to do is kind of start fresh. This was Wizard 1, so we'll make a Wizard 2. Yeah. Let's start anew. I like that what's-his-face is just hiding behind the thing. But yeah, maybe after Jeopardy we'll play a couple more. I don't know. See what happens. Alright, so if you've not seen nethack before, it's an atrocity. It's an atrocity to man, woman, and child. There is a Warhammer in this room. So we pick Wizard. First thing we do is we check... Oh my god. We started with Identify. Interesting. Identify is a very interesting spell. We check our inventory. Our inventory contains some interesting potions. We have a ring of teleportation that I don't know how to use. We have a ring of stealth that I also don't know how to use. We start with our usual cloak of magic resistance. And I've never started with the Identify, so we find some stuff. I found water. So we actually know this Warhammer is clean, since our friendo here picked it up. We're going to switch to nethack here. Yeah, hopefully we can get another round in of, like I said, tonight's one of our wrestling nights here, so. The fox bites. Let my pet do some of my bidding here. Apparently I killed the fox. Where's my pet? Pet? Stop picking up the Warhammer. Give me this. My strength is super low, by the way. Actually super low. The crude so we know that this crude dagger is cursed. FYI. I'm not even sure he can see me. He doesn't appear to be able to see me. Here's my pet. Oh, the goblin hit a teleport trap. Pet, don't hit the teleport trap. So there is a shop on this floor. There's also a guard, apparently. So, because we know there's a shop on the floor, we don't want to kick that door in. Because that could anger the shopkeeper. Oh, I need to make sure Explore mode is on. Yep. Oh wow, there's no points. So we got grid bugs. Grid bug. So our pet levels up. Is this the character that had the cat? No, yeah, the one that you saw at the beginning. Yeah, yep. That one's known as Iggy W1. It's like Wizard 1. I'd have to check the directory to find those two files. Where's my pet? Goodness, pet. Oh, I just wanted to have a fresh start. I've been reading a lot of stuff, so it's just kind of like, I don't remember what that game was. Alright, so Morris. So we know that this, wow, there's a lot of nice things here. Let's... Oh, he's not here anymore. Let's grab the food ration. I think we're gonna not have... Oh, I guess we're not. So we know that dagger's cursed because we watched it be cursed. You can actually make another familiar later. That's a very so there were two different specialist schools in magics. So to there is a difference, and it has to do with the prefix. So like I always found it weird that mages had this, because invoker is something I'm more put towards like clerics, because they're usually invoking a god or something. And like evoke would be, I want to make sure I don't get this wrong. Like invoke is outward, whereas I think evoke is something that's more inward. Let's see if I can, let me just make sure I have a good definition on evoke before I say something stupid. Dictionary, because I'm pretty sure both of them were specialist schools in magic, and it just had to do with the types of magic that they could cast. Okay, so evoker is to call up something from the past, to give rise to, draw forth, produce, to call to mind as by suggestion, association, or reference, to create anew. I think that was what a lot of those spells had to do. So like evoking magic had a lot more to do with like, here's bread. Also like past lives and things, but like alternative belief systems apparently to like cause spirits to appear. Like I don't know how, like I'd have to, you know, one day we'll pull out the second, because what's funny, it's funny you ask that, because NetHack is actually very much based in the best Dungeons and Dragons version, second edition AD&D. Let Morris here kill the pet. I have no idea why its name is always Morris. I'm pretty sure it's in the config file. We know that thing is cursed. What the hell is it? A two-handed sword! So here, we're going to hope this run isn't destroyed, because we're going to drop... So I want water, so we're going to dip. We're going to dip our potion of blindness. Yes. I don't know how risky this actually is, but this is like the only way I know that you make water. The potion of confusion is interesting because we may actually... Oh, Yogi, hello. Yeah, we didn't have time to play another Jade Room. And I keep telling you I want to get back into this. Evoking would be the most powerful thing ever when Masters then. Currently evoking Big Bang, I win, and who's up right? Yeah, I think it has to do with one is more object and one is more like gods. But I'm not sure, like, if this was an English class, if there's a super difference between the two, or at least the way people use the word, right or wrong. It's just... We know there's a shop on this floor, by the way. Hey, it's a newt. We like newts. Get over here, newt. You were supposed to give me a corpse, but I'll accept. Hey, pet. What are you doing here? You can look. I'm pretty sure it's just a goblin. It's a straight up goblin. My pet is bad at this. So we already know where the downstairs is as well. $6. Locked door. We don't kick that in. It's always dumb on floors that have a known shopkeeper, because you don't want to kick a door in and have that be a hello. Those are so dumb. I don't know why those are in the game. There's a lichen in here. Lichen my chances. Don't pick it up, moron. You gonna drop it? Lichens you can basically always eat. They're always safe. Oh, hello. I hate that the game doesn't stop when you... Heart equals... Oh. Heart equals ally. What's the heart? But yeah, the little kitty's mine. Oh, dipping. I was reading and I mean, the chances of something terrible happening, like we're not here to scum a bazillion games, but like if a genie, not a genie, but or a pissed off genie or something, or a naiad or whatever comes out of the thing. I know dipping for longsword, dipping longsword for Excalibur has different risk table, but I want to say it's like a 1 in 30 chance something stupid happens. I think the correct way to do it is you're supposed to pickaxe the fountain, which makes a bunch of pools of water where you can dip stuff in safely. I don't know. All I've learned from reading 40 wiki files is that you dip potions in that to get water, and us having water right now is useful. It's a tiny heart. Really? You're right. There is, because there are definitely kittens. Meanwhile, this is a kobold. Can I diagonal? I cannot. So let's just step back and let Morris do the dirty work. Come on, Morris. I know you want to eat. I think we're kind of done on this floor. Morris chooses not to eat. There are darts there. We are going to take the darts. Notice we have 8 strength, by the way, just so we're clear on that. This also is a door. So wherever this shop is, I don't know. Oops. In time. Apparently we walked into the kobold zombie. Where's my pet? Hello? Get over here. I don't want to eat anymore. I don't really need the gem. I don't feel like I'm going to carve in anything. Oh, the chop might actually be right here. Your pet eventually eat it up, will love this. Your pet eventually random walks into you. Oh, no, there's nothing here. It could be right here, but... Oh, hello. Hello. The jackal. Where's my pet? Hopefully this doesn't reflect. I don't know if it reflects. Well, we just killed all the jackals, so... I just didn't want to get stuck in a corner there. And I figure by the time we fight again, I'll get my 4 magic back. We have to go the whole other way. Come on, pet. Get over here. Stop. Does he just not want to walk over the cursed dagger? That's the problem. Yeah, so pets are hesitantly reluctant to, so like, one strategy can be to actually keep this crude dagger, but I don't really have... You are dumb. You know that, right? Get over here. Pets will not intentionally walk on a cursed thing, so it's one way to check. Also, anything in ASCII provides more vision of everything at once. Notice how I can't... I chose to make them bigger, but yeah, I just want to be able to see, man. Yeah, ADOM is nice, and I like it because I'm pretty sure in that one... I'm pretty sure DCSS has this. You can show more with a sprite. Like, for instance, if somebody's wielding an artifact, you can put that on them so that you don't have to inspect everything, which is one of the big failings of pure ASCII ASCII tilings. Oh, I feel like someone is helping me. Magic trap. Aren't magic traps abusable? This is the fun of nethack. Magic trap, wiki hack. Helping you. Oh wow, that was on curse everything, and we never want to step on that square again because there's a 44% chance it creates monsters. I don't remember what that symbol is. Yeah. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. The controls are really slippery in NetHack, and I think I said I wanted to change out one of the... so we're going to eat the nuke corpse, because it was rotten. That sucks. Eating a clean nuke corpse can give us additional power. So we're going to loot this box. Oh, wow. Well, I'm not going to die today, so that's cool. So we lost... That's a really mean trap. We're on floor 2, man. We don't have the ability. I guess we take the... Can we read a spell book? There's... Wow, well that was a pretty good prize. But that's the Yogi's Guide. Rogue is really mean. I haven't played that one in a while. I'm not... I might have to... I mean, obviously I'm sure you'll figure it out. But, like, somebody's going to have to do a little bit of investigating if they want to play it, because I don't know currently, because I know B-Rogue exists, but it's not the same thing, okay? I did not get the power upgrade. But it's like, if you think NetHack has issues, take the towel. Take the pair. We got another chest, maybe this one. Like, are we allowed to on-trap? Do you always have to on-trap from... Oh, hello. Oh, I wasn't aware we could actually check for traps, so I guess in retrospect we should always check for traps. Oh well. I thought we had to have a... so we're going to force this. Do we have... Cool. Chest is empty. But anywho, it's it doesn't have as much love, if you will. Doesn't have as much attention to you're just gonna have... So we know there's a corpse here. This is probably trap. Dwarf corpse. I don't care. Hello. Well, I'm not allowed to have a boulder today to push, but I've already pushed it a couple times, so the next ticker should give us the strike range. So I guess we go down. That's just straight up lichen, right? No, it's red mold. I'm gonna step away from the red mold. Let him handle the red mold. So here's a inflection point. Here is we have a plate mail. First of all, we can't pick it up because we don't have the strength. So that's already a no bueno. This is another mold. This is the armor. Yellow mold, okay. I don't think we can eat yellow mold, but we're gonna check. Why did somebody write this page this way? Oh, it's not only poisonous, it's also hallucinogenic to eat. This is one advantage. The tiles. Yeah, exactly, Yogi. It's just like... I don't... yeah, flame pill... It was actually a shock trap, but yeah, basically the same deal, right? It was just massive elemental damage and just GG. But yeah, like, I don't want to, like, beg on the developers. It's just that they seem very, very stuck in their ways. But they, like I was saying, what was it, in Gamafong's chat earlier, the game... I don't want to be burdened. So, what can we drop? Warhammer I don't need. Chances are the scale mail just weighs too much. I know we have the spell books, but I mean, what do we really have? Drum isn't drum actually good? Can I cast identify? Of course. I just don't like being burdened. I do like the scale mail, but I also don't like being burdened. How bad is burden? Let's see. NetHack. I just don't want to lose a bazillion turns. Burdened is the first step. We can fall downstairs in ladders. We can't jump, and we can drown. So stressed is the one that's actually bad. Yeah, that's kind of... Oh, the new ADOM. I haven't had a chance to play it. I was hoping that there was more to it, and it kind of seems like it's a one dev guy, so I understand that situation. But at the same time, it's like really rough because it's like there's issues with ADOM, and there's a lot more issues with the one they just released, and apparently none of them have been fixed. So it's kind of like, wow. But yeah, it's all that like nethack just needs like if you install this on Linux, the interface is a million times better. And I don't like options that don't work. Like I asked in a thing, and it's like, oh, this doesn't work on Windows, and I'm like, but it's a 30-year-old game that could very easily, like, I have Angband and Zangband on with Windows and everything. It's a very simple game, guys. It's not like there's rocket science here. There's a terminal. Like every roguelike is the same. There's a terminal. There's a grid. There's information given to you, and that information can be relayed into like another little like all I would love, and I think like because the reason I wanted the Linux version, we almost would be seeing this me running this through like a virtual machine. One of the Linux distros that you actually can just download it straight from your Linux distro. They have it actually your inventory can always just be on screen and it doesn't take up the game space. It's like in a separate window. And I'm like, so you're telling me the Linux version of the game has Windows, you can't see me doing air quotes, Windows, yet the Windows version, like there's 3 versions of the Windows game, and like just your regular option settings, like 3 of the options don't work that have to do with manipulating like your UI. And I'm like, this is like really bad, because some of the things that I do for clients, like accessibility options are a thing, and I'm like, man, if my options didn't work, I'd be fired. It would not work. So we're going to on-trap, and we're going to on-trap, period. And we found no traps, so now we loot it. And like commands like this, like why aren't they, like, to have to type this every time is kind of dumb. Like I'll deal with it, but it's just like, it's a chest. There's like 3 things you're going to do with it. Why do I need to type the, you know, oh my god. I mean, sure. So this is a really bad place to read a book. We would normally not want to do this. But let's see what we got. Actually, even better, let's just cast Identify. That's right. Failing to cast it. But we might as well, I mean, it's not very useful. Now we can jump. I'm not sure we need jumping. What does jumping even do? I think isn't it like move like a knight? Isn't that how that works? What's this one? Healing is a good spell. Healing's a really good spell. Healing's actually classified in the game as a emergency spell, so even if you have penalties to your fail rate, you actually have a much higher chance to cast that spell safely, or I guess correctly, without screwing it up. So I'm still holding this mail, and I guess we're gonna curse test it right now. Because if it's good, we want to be wearing it. So you'll notice that my pet's walking on it. That is a very strong signal that this is uncursed. So we can put it on. I don't want to be burdened, but we can't wear armor over the cloak. So we first have to take off, find that button. So I wanted to turn this one off. So like if you only have one thing to unequip, it'll do it for you. I don't like that because sometimes I don't remember all the stupid buttons. So like there's a mode to basically make sure you're not stupid. Yeah, that's 4 AC. That's unfortunately too good, and hopefully we just get some more strength. And now we can put our Cloak of Magic Resistance. So just like that, had we not gotten blown up by that trap that we didn't really know we could actually check for traps on, this is a much more stable wizard game. That is a sewer rat. We're just going to let our pet take care of business here. Morris. So you just kind of let your pet... You can always swap with your pet going back. So there are 2 downstairs. We're on dungeon level 3. Yeah. So what I'm going to do in about a few minutes here... I think you can jump 3 tiles in one turn. Let's see. encumbrance is actually a good article to keep up. And then I end up with like 40 tabs of stuff open. I want to say jumping is traverse multiple tiles. The ability to jump comes from 3 sources. Being a knight, huzzah. Wearing jumping boots or casting a spell of jumping. To perform a jump, use the extended command jump. If number pad is set, you can also press J. I'm using number pad. I would say that's the most natural, because otherwise you have arrow keys and or diagonals, or I can never find those controls on the left-hand side of the keyboard. Plus, like, generally my hand, all the commands want to be, like, it's like ADOM. I want the commands to be left hand and the other. Anyway, night jumping and jumping from the boots are practically identical in difference as to which squares you can jump. Spell lets you jump farther depending on your skill in escape spells. Using any of the 3 sources to jump, you must be able to see your destination. You'll consume a bunch of nutrition, that's great. You'll become immobile for the rest of the turn after landing. So everybody else kind of finishes their turn. This penalty thus has no effect if you use it on the last action of a turn. Okay, that's confusing. But I know there's weird turn rules in this game. Speed matters. Note that you cannot jump over monsters. You'll bump into them and wake them up and anger them if they're peaceful. You can try to jump out of pits. You can also jump out of webs, which can tear them. You cannot jump out of a bear trap. That sucks. Okay. If you are stuck in the floor because you were caught in cooling lava, you remain stuck in when your legs. Jumping out of shops counts as direct theft. Jumping boots. So wow, the jumping spell is amazing. You can jump 4 tiles, and it uses Eat It Up will love this. It uses Bresenham's line algorithm to determine how you jump, which loosely is you draw basically like the straightest line you can, but you always move towards the longer axis of the jump. So I think if you try to go like three squares left, you're always going to try to move like, and you want to go 1 down. You're basically going to go 3 left first and then 1 down, I think. But there you go. So that's a pretty good escape thing. Is what it sounds like. Oh no, it's Timo. Did those actually show on this? Did it? It's set up. I see it. How you doing, Timo? We played a Jade room that took 35 minutes to get out of to get out of East Round. We appear to be... This is Dwarf Town. So basically, that's a Gnome Lord. Oh god. We're doing this for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to go watch Jeopardy, and maybe we'll be back for like an hour and a half. Maybe we'll play some more Jade or some more of this. I don't know where this Gnome Lord is, but let's just walk. Hello, who are you? You a king? He is a king! He's the Gnome King. What is happening? The Gnome King is hit. Maybe we shouldn't go this way. This seems all very bad. You know what? We're getting out of here. We're going down this other stair. No, Gnome King sounds bad, man. That's a Kobold Lord. Explain to me how that looks like a Kobold Lord, because I really don't know. Beats me, man. Kobold Lord knocked out in 1 hit. Cat not hungry. We can't eat kobolds, though. We don't know if there's a shop on this level. We didn't hear counting money. Can we pray for health? Not quite. One strategy here is to basically spend your first prayer. Like, if you get to 5 or less HP, you get overhealed. So, one strategy here, like... Just heal myself. One strategy is to call... Searching... We're not allowed out of here, apparently. You use your first prayer to your god to oh, we killed the bat, to get the jackal. to get that nice overheal. Because you get like +5 health. It's like it's not nothing. And at this, we do have ID book. Every time we try to cast Identify, it hasn't gone so well. Ration. I'm just gonna go down here. The Balsa Wand. Now here we're gonna actually see if we found a Wand of Wishing. We still cannot cast. What is our fail rate on that spell? Oh, we're wearing armor. Oh well. This door is locked. Good news, there's a door right next to it. Yeah, we have to take off our armor. We got a sewer rat coming here, and we have a goblin. Goblin hit us. We have darts, so we can throw the darts. Okay. There is a skull cap here. We're not going to attempt to pick that up yet. Wow, he actually put it on. Oh, my pet fell in a hole. That's always good. There is a way to repeat last action. I always forget what that is. Oh, now we're a conjurer. And, we will take this dagger. We will take this cap. Now I want to know if my pet will step on the cap. We kind of want to do it in a hallway, because then I'll know that he doesn't want to step on it. Okay, it's clean. This is always weird. Where? And then we have to go to the special menu. So this... That's not at all what I wanted to do. I think it confused wear and wield. What do you want to wear? Thank you. Alright, so now we're down to AC4. We're definitely never casting anything for a while. Those are a bunch of centaurs, aren't they? We're almost out of time as well. A bunch of statues. So one Easter egg in this game is we have this spell. I'll leave on this note, and maybe we'll be back. Maybe I'll leave the stream up actually. But it is Jeopardy time, so give me like a half an hour, and we'll come back for like an hour or so. Maybe we'll play a Jade Room or whatever, more of this, and then we'll call the night after that. But what I wanted to say was these statues, as a wizard, there's sort of a Easter egg. If you destroy them with a force bolt or a magic missile, they frequently will drop spell books. That's one thing to know. But I'm going to take a break here. Good to see y'all. Yeah, it's actually the Oracle. And I don't think the Oracle gets mad if you bust up their statues. But good spot. I was like, why are those statues here? Of course, because you can even see the layout. I'm too used to watching you do it, where the ASCII makes its own thing where I'm just looking at walls. But we'll be back in about a half an hour after Jeopardy, and I'll just leave the stream up. Enjoy the music. Actually, let's go with this one. I'll leave something up. But I'll be back. This scene doesn't have a camera on it, so y'all don't know when I'm coming back. I could have been here the whole time. You just didn't know. Oracle is for. All right, let's. There's Timo. So we can continue this, or we can play a couple Hanchans.
一問，四姑，
How are
你
we
有冇
doing?
搞錯啊？呢個輪牌仲要，呢個錢俾你搭的士啦。
よくも俺をここまで待たせたな。早く
There's a few
始め
more
るわ。
people on. I noticed there's like 3,500 people on in the morning. Chat. Paying the Oracle for anything. Oh, who's that?
Animal! Look what I found!
Disperse is now following. Hopefully that's a real person. A bunch of stones. I already have everything. Can we attempt to identify some stuff? Like if I take off my stuff, we really don't. We're not in a desperate need to identify stuff. Oh, that was a yellow mold. Oh, so our cat is now a house cat. Didn't see that. He upgraded. What the heck is the thing? This album is really quiet. I apologize. I didn't realize it's not as There we go. You can also use the the were-rat. We don't want to fight a were-rat. Of course, I change into a were-rat. And I can't cast anymore, right? Notice we got overhealed there. Hello. I'm surrounded by a shimmering light. Oh, he summoned help. How cute. Okay, well, what do we do now? Do I have anything useful for this situation? You always follow for net. Yeah, cool. So Yogi the Monk is very good at the Valkyrie Ascension. I used to play this game along with when I learned of roguelikes many moons ago, and I got into other roguelikes because I mean we talked about it earlier. Like this one's just got issues. Fun, but there's issues. Just with usability and just you need to be it's the kind of game I need to be in one of those states of mind. We have a problem here. These guys are gonna destroy us. We are on explore mode just because I'm trying to learn more about the game. We're trying to not lose all the time. I don't know how bad giant rats are. I guess we're gonna find out. Because honestly, I think my best shot is just whacking something. Okay, we're getting hit a lot. Poisoned. Yeah, we're getting stressed. This is all bad. This is all very bad. So in a panicked situation, what would we really be doing? I think the quaff. No, we don't even have a potion. No, I don't care about spoilers at all. I think the game is there a staff of balding? No. So we're just gonna beat our way through this. So what should he have done here, I guess is the question, because we can't really reliably cast Force Bolt. We have our daggers, but in melee, our other stuff is better. Being stressed now is not good. We have good AC, at least for what we found, right? There's just not a whole lot we can do. I mean, our pet, we're surrounded on 3 ways, which is bad. So it seems like the best shot. I don't think we can pray again. I think we'll just be shunned. Okay. We just won't die. We'll just get out of the way here. So we can't go to the corner. But you see, this guy's just gonna destroy us. And he's gonna keep summoning friends. Hilarious. Maybe we need to play count 6. No. But this is just bad. So if we had, I think at some point we had to teleport something. Like, we would just need to get the heck out of here. And I mean, we lose our pet, right? Oh well. Oh well. Elbereth would have been a good idea. Yeah, we should see that. That was a really good idea. Explore mode lets you basically keep playing. It'll ask you if you want to die. I have another EXE to basically screw around in wizard mode should I want to. But that's, you know, it's just, there's a lot of cheap ways to die in this game, and learning the game to restart the first 5 levels a bazillion times while learning 30 ways you could lose. But yeah, Engrave was probably a really good idea. And anything we use, we don't have any gems, so fingertip would be most useful. Yeah, that was a really smart idea. Well played. I should have done that. But yeah, like many roguelikes have a mode like that. DCSS has ones, like if you're learning the game or just want to be more aggressive and try things and kind of learn what those limits are. Because I think it really helps. Because it lets you, you know, try things without having to set it up for 10 hours. Okay, so we managed to do it. They turned to flee. So I believe we just wait here. We don't have levitation. So engraving it again, would that be useful? I mean, wouldn't I rather... Do you want to add? Yes. Okay, so we got... So it looks like... And I think I saw this in the guide. So were-rats don't respect Elbereth. I think that was a thing. Well, the problem is we can't move diagonally here because we're in the stupid doorway. Otherwise, yeah, I would. See, I'm trying to go up that way. I can't. But yeah, I believe we would want to move a square and basically do the same show again. We still have our pet, so in theory, right? I don't know if we're allowed to engrave on top of a statue. Oh, but the were-rat flees too. Alright. So just getting everything to disperse. Oh, now I'm a were-rat. Your armor falls. Oh, goodness. I'm also overloaded. I wonder how long this is for. What are even my monster commands? No, I didn't want to do that. I have friends now, though. I guess if things go really wrong, I guess that's a strategy. There's a giant bat here now. But I'm also overloaded, so what can we drop? Not much. Not much. Yeah, I'm completely overloaded. Yeah, I mean, the one were-rat showed up and he called his buddies. How do I check an engraving? I guess the question is how long is this stupid polymorph? Can I even move? Like, all I have left here is my buddies. But I wonder if this is just permanent and you're just screwed. Yeah, I forgot about that too. We should have just banged the drum, huh? That was probably a good idea. Unfortunately, I don't think we can keep any of this. I can't even move, right? Yeah, I can't even move. Oh, that's great. Thanks, buddy. I don't know. Being turned into things seems bad. Oh, hello. How's my pet doing? Are we just screwed here? Now I'm hungry. Food ration. Can't do that while carrying this much stuff. So drop the dagger. I mean, I guess we drop some of these books. Oh wow, the identify book is cursed. Not that we can't fix that. But as you can see, this is not working very well. So how long is the were-rat thing? Like, if I have to start again, I'm just gonna go play do we have any potions that would help? No, we're currently our god hates us because we needed, like, if we were playing for like super realities, we needed it to heal. Neat. Quaffing holy water is possible, but we don't have a like, we can't move. We'd have to literally drop like everything in order to move. Let's just start dropping stuff. No idea what those tins are of. We probably shouldn't have picked up those tins. Wand really can't weigh much, can it? We dropped all of our books. Let's drop everything but the what can be holy water. We're still overloaded. And I still can't eat. I think we're just wrecked here. I'm completely overloaded. Maybe I literally need to drop all of the items that I had. That was a mistake. We had this the whole time, and I forgot about it. This game's kind of weird about... It's not a very easy... That got us to strain. Oh my god, you can't carry anything. You literally can't carry anything. So you probably should pick up the rings. We'll probably keep those. Okay, we keep the rings. I guess we probably can't keep the money. Yeah. So what is prayer timeout anyways? Prayer time, is it 300 for your prayer timeout? Nethack. 300 turns. And I stopped waiting because there's an enemy here. That's cool. I'm just gonna do this. Okay, so oh, you should never do this in a normal game, FYI. Kobold mummy, huh? Alright, so let's go to 2,500. Let's see if we can pray. Hey, we're normal again. Finish your prayer. Thou art arrogant. You feel foolish. Relearn lessons. Well, that's... Why does it need to be cryptic? Why can't it just say what happened? Pray. This is great. This is why NetHack is such a great game. NetHack. Thou art foolish. Okay, that doesn't help. I'm pretty sure I just lost wisdom, right? Yeah, I lost wisdom. There you go. That's what it was. I'm aware of it being 301. But, there we go. Oh great, we're stressed. That's beautiful. Did we pick up something we didn't have before? This would be the additional spell book. Seems like there's no downside to wearing stealth. But hang on, I gotta read the second article. It doesn't appear to make you hungrier, so I guess we can just wear that for free. So wear skull cap, wear scale mail, wear. Hey, our strength went up. Okay, so wearing stuff doesn't appear. See, I don't like this. I don't like this list everything. Like, this is, I'm assuming, how you wear jewelry. I should have had that on the whole time. Ring of teleportation. Oh. Okay, so another strategy we should have potentially done besides inscribing Elbereth, we could have put the ring on and just let it warp us somewhere else. Now we would have lost contact with our pet though, so there is the stare down. What are you? Straw Golem. Well, you are gonna continue chasing me. I'm gonna keep running. Okay, Straw Golem destroyed. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. Wait, I'm a were-rat again. What? Was that just merely temporary? We might just be done with this round. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, I'm not a were-rat anymore. Oh, what is happening here? Why is there just a monster zoo upon monster zoo? Are they just calling friends and I'm just dumb? The giant rat. There is still a giant rat here. What am I hitting? I am hitting a were-rat. Okay, so the were-rat never died. That's what's happening here. And he just keeps changing. And we keep changing. So that's funny. So you get bit and you turn into one, and then you want to get bit again to turn back? Is that... Oh, my head is exploding. It might be time for Jade Room. I might have to mess around with this more offline. We should not have gotten bit in the first place, was probably a great idea. Oh, we get to wait again. It's kind of a disaster. It's all great. Wow, that something actually destroyed the wall. Missed that. I got even more mad. This keeps oh, and I don't even get. That's cool. You know, we're gonna just take a. We're gonna go back to Mahjong. Baba is were-rat. Yeah, I need to fight from. Oh, yeah. I guess just the god thing didn't. You know, it didn't get healed basically. Hi, how you doing? Hi, Disperse. Yeah, we'll try another run, but since we have some time, I want to get in a few more Jade Room runs. I'll have to practice more nethack. So Disperse, I've never seen you in Yogi's stream, but Yogi canceled Roguary for to do the Zenith 3 challenge. Which I think is Overswarm's thing. I know there's prize. Hey Norwazi. Norwazi was hiding because we had nethack.
俺の兄弟たちはキャッチボールしかできね
Go right back into the
え。
Jade Room and be sad.
お前ら人間なんかと麻雀す
Yes,
るもんか。
yes, Disperse. If you're not following Yogi, you should. Yogi has gotten me to play nethack again. But that won't be the only time you see nethack or anything. But yeah, we pride ourselves on the correct definition as to what is a roguelike. But the other thing that has taken the retro community by storm. Oh man, I need to follow you. I need to learn everything. You're my out. Let me follow you right now. That's really useful to know. Yeah, lately the mahjong thing has been happening. We got a little Baba's You in there. Some other random stuff like where you're in the pot and you're trying to climb up a mountain. Is that the one where you eat a pancake? Oh wow! There you go, Yogi. You're gonna this is your chance to learn everything. We're really gonna fight this guy for this? I mean, this is a pretty good hand. And it's also ready, so I guess we call it. When I say we guess, I mean, seems good, man. Oh, that's pretty good right there. Do we just play both? I kind of like playing both more than playing last. Oh, that's the one, yes. So yeah, so I'm plugging Yogi so hard here. Yogi had back in the before times did 5 roguelikes in a row. Straight 5 roguelikes in a row, including nethack. It was nethack, Adam, Tome. Who were the other two? Wow. Oh, DCSS. Thanks, buddy. Wow, they just gave me a free Dora. Thanks. Thanks, buddy. Yep, and yeah, DCSS is probably my favorite. Sheeran, that was the fifth. Because I'm thinking of like not actual rogue. I'm thinking of games that like I can go online and play with ease, and just Sheeran did come to mind. Super Slot NetHack. Yeah, Yogi's got all the strats. I like you know, it's one of those things like you watch someone play a game and then it's like, man, I gotta play that game again. But back in the day, I was huge into Angband Zangband, and I had the TK version, which was kind of half finished. But it's still really, it's just nice because it has a really nice graphical interface. And I just find it easier to get people into games. Like NetHack is cool. Like we keep talking about this, but it's just like, if I give that to anyone I know that's like, hey, I want to play a roguelike, it's just not something I'm going to recommend to somebody. 45656. I guess we dump this just because it's going to be harder to complete. Yeah. The wizard beginning, I think, is hard, and it's just when you haven't played, and you know, there's so many documents and stuff. Like we keep talking, there's just a lot of things. Like, oh yeah, Elbereth. Like I need to basically condense in my head all like a one pager of just this is all the stuff you need to do in the game. Like, how do you make water? Elbereth, like what are your panic buttons? And yeah, and I think Yogi figured out the easiest way to like just to ascend something. And I'm dumb, so I like to play tourist and wizard just because, you know, I'm a stickler for. I don't like this south. I'm gonna throw the north first. This hasn't been broken. So they have no idea what's going on. We're playing Mahjong. We're trying to make 4 3-tile runs or triplets. And a pair. That's how you go out. There's other rules. Like, there's certain rules about having a qualifying hand and stuff. Yeah, I think that was a bit loose. Yeah, that was. Tone hack. Oh, no, that's fine. I mean, I'm certainly going to check you out. And I needed to follow somebody else today, too. I forgot to do it and I fell asleep. Had a whole thing. There's nothing to do with stream or any of you. It had to do with health insurance. What was I going to say? It was a Mahjong thing that was going to follow them. But you as well. And I'm going to make sure to follow you right now, actually. This Green Dragon can go. Check out this nethack stream from 2 days ago. Alright, you've been followed. Good. No, it's fine. If I was really smart, I would seen it to scoop up the big cash prizes. I think that's pretty cool. Like, I always want to do a tournament like that. Like, I want to do a Mahjong tournament, and I kind of want to get everyone involved. I don't have the funding to prize it that hard, but like subs or, you know, something. I think that'd be cool. What do we toss here? See, the problem is this is more free than the other suits. So let's just throw the 7, test the waters on that. But no, yeah, Rogue. So Yogi had this big plan, like he streamed like a week ago, Adom, and was going to do Rogueary again. Oh goodness. But then the Zenith thing, which is loosely like there's 10 games, you have to get like the best time you can. It's not, you don't have to, ooh, hello. You don't have to do it sequentially. Like you don't have to do all the games in a row. You can practice them and go as hard as you want on any particular game. But then they're like posting all their videos and scores, trying to get the best overall time. What are we doing here? Okay, he probably doesn't need the 3-6. We'll just dump the 6. This is quite a valuable hand, but by the rules of the game, yeah, we have our runs and pairs and things. But the issue is like if we call any of this, we don't have the minimum qualifying hand to go out with. Because of these corner tiles. 1s and 9s makes it hard. Oh wow, we got a fast player too. Wow, I'm going to learn so much. So this person probably has 10 pi. So we probably need to back away from this hand. If they did make the 5 safe. The other thing is you can't, once you've discarded the tile, you can't go out on that tile on somebody. You either have to draw it, or change the shape of your hand to support it. I think I'm actually just out of here. It's a good hand, right? I don't know. The 4 just went, so 7's okay. So we'll just, yeah, we're good friends with Gamma, too. Gamma Funk that does, oh, hello. Oh, this is all bad. All of this is, like, so bad. This could be very bad. Oh, well. Solves one issue. Now what's... Okay, we're done here. So these are all Dora now. So their hand is worth 1,000,000 points. And we need to get out of here. So 5 sounds good. Because I don't like the 7. This person may have given up as well. 2. It could also just be all... So another common qualifying hand is to only have 3s of a kind. 4s of a kind count the same for that. Wow, they're going to chase. There we go. Alright, so I knew our hand was pretty much poisoned. Because we would have had to hit that 4-5. Oh, this person's just gotten destroyed. I should probably try other roguelikes. Oh. That's interesting, because usually people are like, anyone I know that's into it usually plays like, I guess we have to, right? I suppose we start here because this shape is good and it's worth 1 Han, but obviously there's the potential that this hand is a monster. So one Yaku is having all tiles of the same suit. Do we call this? Because it keeps us 6, 7, 8, and then we're 1 away. And it cuts out south. If we draw a 4, we just reach. No, I'm gonna go with a bigger hand. Just gonna throw it now. Oh no, dude! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're kidding me. So we could just throw the 2. I think we need to keep going. If it's a Ron, it's a Ron. I can't do anything about that. It's some garbage hand. Richinomi. Of course. So that kind of seals second place, doesn't it? But, I mean, I know we basically like never deal in. So like a hand like that, I think we have to keep playing, and that's... Our hand was worth 4 times as many points as theirs was. Oh no, we lost the doors. It was worth about almost 2.5 times. Yeah. I mean, we could have ran away, but like... Tile was mostly running away. Never played Mahjong. Indecipherable? I guess, like, so yeah, pretty much. Well, we do have some links. I have a bunch of links if you're interested. If you're ever interested in learning, there's a whole bunch of links. Some of them get quite technical, but it's basically the collaboration of all the resources I felt were very useful in learning the game. But the most important one to you is this one. Because that one tells you the hands that we're trying to make. But for the most part, so like any of these Dora things, any things that are shiny, they add 1 Han to the hand. And loosely, as far as the points are concerned, a 1 Han hand is 1,000 points, a 2 Han is 2,000. Basically, it's a multiplier. So 3 Han is 4,000, so doubles, and 4 Han is usually about 8,000 points. After that, you need to get a few more Han. It only goes up by about... A lot of people compare it to poker. I really don't think it's poker. But yeah, I mean, if you take a few different games like that and kind of throw them together, sure. But it's like a gin rummy. There's Timo really likes the poker one. I don't. In poker, I usually have to kind of look at your facial expression to know what you have. This game, there's so much information in people's discards when you play the game a lot. Like I have pretty good insight as to like what they don't need, and I know what tiles are likely safe. And if anything, I'm more of a defensive specialist. Like if I had to pick something, like I'm a very defensive player. But that doesn't mean I don't also know how to attack and things too. I guess we call this. Because we have a lot of points here. Yeah, and I guess Timo likes to think of it as the poker hands too. But in Jin, they literally use like 3 tile runs. 3 tile runs, or 3, like, you know, like 2, 3, 4 kind of stuff. But even more basically, there's 3 suits, 1 through 9 each. There are 4 tiles of every type. A few of them don't get played, and there's like 14 tiles of like the 136 that are just not played. And that's what one of these little Dora indicators are. In real life, you'd have like a piece of this wall that you build that isn't used. This is rough. We lose our pair if we were to play that. Okay, well, I guess we lose something here. Well, these are all real people, and we're playing more or less the best people on the Mahjong Soul server. It's actually a really nice client, and I would recommend if you're interested. There is actually pretty decent AI to play against with this, or at least like learning. I think they're very useful because there aren't really a lot of places out there that have like AI you can play against. And the presentation's just really nice. I think it plays like you're playing over the table. I guess we were never beating this guy on our right. Because even the dealing doesn't even matter now. He's too far ahead. We're generally shooting to get 1st or 2nd place. There's a rating system. And generally we're trying to avoid last. Going last loses you the most points. Going 3rd... Yeah. Yeah, and then the more you play, the thing I like about it is it's kind of like nethack, right? Like you see an inventory and you think 100 different things that I'm not thinking, and that's kind of like when I see all these discards, I'm already figuring out like when they go reach. So we didn't talk about reach. The reason this specifically is called reach mahjong or Japanese mahjong, and the reason it's called that is you put a reach stick. So like once your hand is ready to go out, and you haven't called anybody, you're allowed to do what's called you go reachy. So you put 1,000 points in the middle of the table, and whoever wins takes them. Whoever wins the next hand takes them. See if you win, you take them back. But what that does is that gives you an additional Han on your hand. You also get a chance to flip some bonus multipliers as well. But the key thing is, as far as your defensive purposes, any tile you draw, you generally have to. You're just drawing and discarding the tile that you draw. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I figure we're forcing a flush over here. But I can't really do much about it. Let's just get out of that suit. Because, I mean, dealing doesn't matter. This guy's so far behind that we just need to not lose. We could call this. I don't like it. I really don't like it. That doesn't really help anything. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so you usually want to commit when it's very likely you're going to win the hand, or that you think someone's going to throw the tile that you need to win on. But one of the key things of the game that's a lot different than your typical card games and stuff like when you're waiting to go out or anything like that, that the key difference is any tile that you from, like say say I have a 2-3 and I'm waiting to finish that run with a 1 or a 4. If I've thrown a 1 or a 4 in the bin, it's called Furryton. I'm not allowed to call that tile off of somebody else. That's a really key thing to understand as far as the defense is concerned in this game. So like I know here that I don't want to throw this 2 because of their stupid flush, but it's I know that the 2 is totally safe. I know this 3, they can't go out on this 3, and they're probably the most expensive hand at the table right now. Wow, this is just over. I'm just gonna get third again. And the other thing to understand is if you are the dealer and you happen to win a hand, hey Biba, if you happen to win a hand as dealer, you get to deal again. And whenever you win as dealer, the value of your hand basically is worth about 50% more. So you generally want to be more aggressive when you're dealer, not necessarily to an insane point, but there is an incentive for you to want to try to, because a big hand on your deal is worth even more points. And people chasing into you generally, I don't want to throw this, but I need to complete a hand. Like what are we doing here? We need to somehow beat this dealer. Calling this doesn't really help me. We have 5 pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 pairs. We could just play pairs. So there's one unusual hand. Oh, I didn't mean to throw that. Oh well. I should have kept that. I forgot about. I knew it was the door, and I just didn't see the shiny right away. But yeah. So there's an unusual hand. We talked about four 3-tile runs or triplets plus a pair. There's a special hand in that Yaku table that is somewhat common, known as 7 pairs, and it's exactly that. You go out with 7 pairs. It's a lot hard to make because it can only be a closed hand. You can't call any of that kind of stuff. You can only call. I guess we didn't talk about calls. Oh boy. Well, this person reaching, I don't really like. I don't have a reason to chase this. I don't have a reason. I mean, yeah, I think we're done here. Would they go on the 6? Probably not. I hope not. So somebody is about to get cut for a lot of points. Sumo! Great. Yeah, so the deal in never mattered. But had we won that hand, we would have been ahead of them. So, this guy... So because they're dealer, this hand is worth 12k instead of 8k. and this guy now loses, and the match is over. I should have just stuck to nethack. Sharks, man. So we basically really don't gain or lose any points, but you see this person lost 206 rating points, which is a lot. That's basically a first and a second. To the Shadow Realm. We've been seeing a lot of that. Like, the deal-ins hurt. Our defense was 100, but you see, we haven't seen a first in a while. A lot of this has just been poor luck. Like, several of these, like this run right here should have been second, first, but I can't stop someone sumo partying for 16k out of nowhere. And our win rates and stuff, we've not. I don't know. We keep avoiding last, which is fine, but you'd like to net some amount of points, you know. I think I have time for one more. But we started our Jade room with about a 22% win rate and a 3% deal-in rate. And I look at my chart, and basically almost all of my deal-ins are to Damas, or like deal-ins that are like literal cost of doing business, like that one in the last one. Like, we had a hand that, had it gone our way, we would have finished probably second, and then it just didn't go our way, but we didn't deal into anything that really functionally changed anything. So we got a Saint in this game. That's the next tier up, but they appear to be losing. So these stats are somewhat average for where we're at. And you can tell they've lost a lot of rating points recently. We got a Pawn Cat over here. Oh yeah, another really easy to form Yaku. Like, once your hand is open, having your Seat Wind, or the Round Wind, or a triplet of Dragons, you can then call anything else you want. And that lets you have a lot of flexibility in hands. And one thing to really learn when you're learning this game is basically tile efficiency. This person's, they're not really a smurf. They played. Not really any smurfs here. The Toyman person across. Well, that's one thing. I mean, you'll see that in the lower rooms. People will really chase some really cheapo hands. Here, people are a little bit better at understanding how to... I guess we throw the 3, because at least this is a shape, and it also is near Dora. But there's some special shapes you can create, and when you learn the game more, it's really all down to about tile efficiency. Like, the defense is a thing, and sometimes that modifies what you want to do. But really, your number one priority is to create a hand as quickly as possible that's ready to go out, because it's really... the best defense you're going to get is winning the hand before anybody else does. Hey, cool. I guess I'm not using that tile. Wasn't using that tile. Thank you. These 4s are pretty bad. Like, they're almost... okay, well, now we know they're just done. So he's got a lot of Dora, right? Like, that's a pretty wild throw. This is near Dora. He called the 3s. Yep. Half flush is another one you can call pretty easily, but you do need a lot of tile support to get there. Hopefully this isn't a run. Oh, I'm dealer. We should be continuing to play this hand. We're also 1 away, so... are we 1 away? Yeah, no, 2 away. 2 away. In fact, we're worse than 2 away. We're like 3 away. I was getting ahead of myself. We're gonna cut. I don't want to cut this up, but given we have lots of other good shapes, I think we cut this up. Now we're 1 away, right? If we hit one of these, we'd have to throw the 7. Yeah. They don't even need the Dora tile, and that passed. So we know when they throw the Dora here that they likely have a ready hand. The issue for me here is how comfortable do I feel throwing the 7? Well, they've thrown the 4. I think I have to. Just hope it passes. I mean, it's going to pass to them, just because I just don't think they're going to play that. But I am looking for some weak tiles. This is a weak reach, but I think it's correct here. the hand is worth... Is it Sanshoku? No, it's not Sanshoku, which would be the same run in each suit. But with the dealer reach plus the like throwing away the Dora there would have been a lot of wasted points when I know the 7 is just as safe. Oh baby. I wonder if the person across from me's done. That's a bit of an interesting throw. Just because it follows my reach tile. But I guess they didn't need it because they'd already had through the 4. Still a lot of Doras out there too. It's a bit of a dangerous hand, but I can't really know from here how many people are Tenpai, and if we just deal in it, it just happens. Yesterday's run we had so many thirds because I think we were Tenpai or Reach like 8 times, and we won like 1 or 2 of those hands, and I think in the last 2 days we got 4th once in like 10 matches or so. So okay. I still think we're playing well. You don't always win, right? I think it's going to be a hard tile to get. But maybe we convinced a few people to fold. So if we run out of tiles, oh, so close. If we run out of tiles, everyone who's Tenpai has to pay. It gets paid by all the people who are not. So left and right here, Shimo and Kamicha are going to pay 1,500 points to the 2 of us, and we get to deal again. But notice our Richi stick is actually going to be in the middle of the table, which is a thing. So whoever actually wins a hand, the next person who wins a hand will actually pick that up. This is a pretty good hand. Are we 1 away here? Yeah, we're 1 away. I think we would reach immediately. I don't want to throw this soap, refer to this tile. We have the number indicators on. But yeah, I don't need this tile. I'd like it, but I don't need this tile. Yeah, it's one that it's a liability. We're so close. Our weakest joint is this 3-5. Don't need the pair. I'd rather create a hand, so I'm going to do that. This is a weird throw, but this shape, it's effectively a Ryanmon, which is basically one of these 2-sided weights. 2-5. Wow, we actually hit it. Okay, well here now we keep the Sanshoku in play. Sanshoku again is the triple run. I think this 5 does more work than the overlap. We're kind of just getting stuck in what we call Ishanten Hell. We're 1 away. And we're just not drawing the tile. So 4, 8, 12. Could be a better shape. This guy's a bit of a liability. Oh wow, we drew it. Yeah, that has to be it. So now we have Tanyao because all of our tiles are between 2 and 8. So it's Tanyao plus Reach. So this is pretty much his dealer and instant Reach. Unfortunately, we threw away 3, 4, 5, but we couldn't know it was difficult keeping all of those tiles. We also know that because the Dora is this soap tile, there's 1 red 5 in each suit that just counts as a Dora, and there's these 4 soaps. So we know the only Doras that are left that are playable are the 3 red 5s. Our hand even accepts 1, which kind of raises the expected value a bit as well. It is also Pinfu. So yeah, we have a 3-Han hand. Pinfu, you lose all the Fu, you lose all the mini points, but it's still better to upgrade to the next Han level, because if, for instance, we flip an Ura, so for instance, when we win with this Reach, we're going to look under that Dora indicator. Basically that remaining wall is like 2 stacks of 2 tiles. For every one of those Dora indicators revealed, we basically flip over the bottom one and see what it is and treat that as another Dora. So that gives us potential for even more points. But we know we're in a very strong position in this hand because now there's only 2 Dora left out there, 2 red 5s. So it's unless you have a hand that naturally has a lot of Yaku and Han from just the sheer hand value, which are also much harder to create hands. Even if we're to lose this hand, we're still in a very powerful position because our hand is likely worth a lot more than anybody else's hand here. So it's in the Teemo sense, it's a very good bet. It's, you know, we pot raised, we we win all in, and we have like an 80% chance to win. Plus, we also win like 5 times as many chips, pot odds. That's what I was looking for, pot odds. Where's Phil Ivy to help us edge count the things? Oh wow, so we sumoed it, which is also an additional hunt. So this hand should be worth about 7,000 points. Or sorry, plus the 50% bonus. So it should be like 10. It's 8,000. 8,000 the dealer. Yeah, we have the Iggy Slam. So it's pretty much a textbook hand. Get there as fast as you can and win. Got the Iggy runs. We also have the sumo. I feel I scared away Disperse. I said, let's play NetHack, and now we're playing Mahjong. But we'll check. I'm going to check them out on Wednesday. I'm excited. Because I was looking for... Because, like, Yogi's the only person I know that plays NetHack, and Gamma, I'm just probably like, they're not playing NetHack. His hand sucks. I don't want to call that first one. We'll worry about calling this or doing something with this later. The fact that we have no Dora or anything is just kind of like, this hand's kind of crud. So if they throw their reach stick down, okay, now we have to make a life decision. How good is this hand to chase? This hand's terrible. So I guess we're just letting these go. Right, we kind of messed this hand up. Those just came out too quick. Can we get something like more Molly music? Some mall music. Mall soft. Oh. Welcome to Crystal Mall Valley. Who's this one? I've not heard this one. So now at least we know we have save tiles here. As we casually run away from the save. Wow. We were never winning this game, so that's cool. And they just dial up a Hanuman, man. And just like that, I'm not winning anymore. But we are pretty far ahead from 4th, which is ideal. It's also probably the last round. Maybe we'll go back to NetHack. It's a good hand. 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6. We got an extra 6 and 1. We're not going to throw either of those first. We're going to throw this useless 1-4 situation. Get out of this. It is near Dora. So is the 8. It's more outward. It's a pretty good draw. So now we have 6, 7. Dangling 1. With a 6, 7. Wow, 7, 8, 9 chi? Are we just forcing a flush down there? That would have been a nice hit. But we already had a shape, so. Wow, that's happening. So we're 1 away. We are missing a pair, though. But we could just be Tonki on the 1 or the 9. Is that Itsu? We'd be waiting on the 2. Well, we aren't ready on this, so we can't call that. Very close, though. So another Yaku is Itsu, which is a 1 through 9 straight. So you have to have 3 runs, 1 to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's where 2 Han closed, 1 Han open. Can't call that. Was there a full flush here to force? I don't know. Well, that sets up Itsu, doesn't it? Well, it can't, because I'm still short a stupid pair. Oh boy. Did I just keep an 8? 2, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. I got an extra 7. Okay, let's make that a pair. That's perfect. Now we can do whatever we want in this suit. And the hand is over. Yeah, I wasn't off by much. Oh, it was just a bad weight. Wow. So Chantas, you have to have everything on the corners and honor stuff. It was rough. They got dealt a very quick hand. So they stole deal. This is a tough one. 3, 5. I think the 8's the worst here. Because this is still a shape and I keep a pair. Whereas this one, I kind of have this awkward 5, 6, 8. I'm not North, so I don't know. I'm a Yaku. Cheat that. So we're cheating a corner again, so we know that their Yaku's dumb. They're either waiting on Yaku high, they're waiting on honors that give them their hand, or they're playing all corners, or some kind of weird flush. But because they started throwing this 2, why do I keep the 9? We can talk about that. Keep the 9 because 5, 9 is actually a good shape. Now when I say good shape, obviously there's better shapes. But when we start breaking it down into like what blocks we have and what, you know, what we want to have when our hand is this far away, we want to have as much width as possible to improve the hand. Okay? So even though 5, 9 isn't great, if you think about it, if we draw anything 3 through 9 in the suit, it improves the hand. Throwing away the 9 takes away about half those tiles. Because, like, for instance, if you draw the 7, it's not ideal. It's not a Ryanmon. It's a 3-tile Ryanmon. But it's still a useful shape. Wow, we're chasing. I'm done with this hand. I'm too far away and it's not worth enough. I have some nice looking shapes, but we're actually going to be in an interesting position here. We may have to chase. 8 went. Oh, this is the safest tile first situation, and our hand improved. There goes a 2. So I figured a lot of this stuff was going to be poison, so I'm glad we had those norths. That's why we kind of keep those, because functionally we still have the 3 pair too. Wow, this guy just got dumpstered. Weren't they dealer? Hanimon dealer, half flush? Well, no wonder they called the... Hey, all of a sudden I'm second. Just keeping safe tiles got a second. It's like this shape right here, like 5, 7, 9. You know, it's not a hand... It's not a... You don't necessarily want to... It does 2 things. So, like, if we have to reach on this, we can throw the 5 and it's a Suji trap on the 8, right? Because people are going to think that it's a run. People are going to think that we're playing a run or something with a 2-sided weight, and we're not. So some people that are chasing might throw that 8, right? And the other thing is just that this, I mean, it costs 1 more tile, but there's a lot of tiles we can hit here that would improve, would improve the hand, and once it makes, we can just throw the other tile away. So it's just keeping all of our options as open as we can. But one thing that can happen, uh-oh, this person has decided to quit. Oh dear. We've broken their will. Oh no, it's their introduction or return to the Jade Room. Let's see how they're doing on Teemo's Jade Room lifestyle. That speed did come down. That defense is way too low in my opinion. I think when your defense is low in these particular rooms, like I think it just opens you up to a lot of variance. Like if you're gonna deal, like, unless you're good enough to be having 18k hands all the time, you deal into 18k hands like every time, and that's not good. You play this? Let's hope Norths. Let's just call it. Wow, we're gonna pawn that. Interesting. So I'm gonna actually cut this, just because I know it's safe. I don't like this penchant, but... Oh, I got it. So now all I need is this. Actually, I'm still pretty far away. This is kind of... Well, we have the Norths. We're fine. Sometimes opening your hand, you lose a lot of defense, but in this case, we're okay. It's weird now because this guy is DC'd from the game, and I'm not sure they're coming back. It's pretty loose for. Are we just all pawns over there? Maybe they have 9s? We're certainly never throwing this 9 in this situation. So we could go Tenpai, but I'm not giving him that 9. No, I'm just gonna pass. His hand sucks. Like, if we hit the other 9, that's great. well. Works for me. Now we're in really good shape. Magical upgrades. Where's that last North? This is heavy baits. Yeah, and it was safe because, like, I mean, we go around twice, and I probably find more safe tiles, right? The only person I'm concerned about is Toyman here, across from us. This left person might be doing something weird, but there's really not a lot of Dora, and this is a hard Dora to actually do anything with. Oh no! Oh no! Sumo! This is a cheap hand. It's a cheap hand.
How much longer till we get to the super cheap?
It's also half outside. It's not Animon, unfortunately.
Style, £1 hot dog
but it should be enough to take first. Oh no, the Honda wasn't quite
super
there.
cheap economy style £1 hot dog buffet. The super cheap economy style £1 hot dog buffet. Your super cheap economy.
You can have all the hot dogs you want.
Cheap hand.
The super cheap economy style £1 hot dog buffet. The super cheap economy style £1 hot dog buffet. Bet you I can eat more hot dogs.
So again, like, we throw the 9 against the 6 just because if we draw 7 or 8, this 6 pretty much covers it, and we're not really going to get much usefulness out of the other. Like, people like, and I was talking with this Moranium, like, there's a lot of people that are in Jade Room that are also really good players, and everyone's reading like the same books and stuff. But my sense is just with Ako-chan, which is this AI bot, and just kind of studying games, like, people, like, I still don't do it right. Like, people hold on to Yakuhais, like, way too long. Like, it's a really defensive thing to hang on to those. Because penchants are not great, but there's still way more tiles that make a hand with a penchant. Even if it just ends up making you, like, an additional pair or something. It's just way better than hanging on to excess, Like, in this hand, we have so much coverage down here that it's... And this guy's already thrown the 2. It's kind of unlikely that, like, if we need to bail, these 1s are probably good. There's no Sanshoku here. Let's just get out of this. So a lot of times we're just cutting what I think's the weakest joint. Should have thrown the 1. It was safer. But it should be pretty minimal risk here. Maybe we should have kept this. This has Dora acceptance. Whatever. We're out of it now. I forgot to really care about that 8. Because I was more looking at, like, this hand's pretty close. I don't need to... It's just a weak joint. Would we reach? This is always weird with a disconnected player. Assuming they don't come back, we really, like... There's a whole other round, too. Just hot Dora. Just throw a hot Dora, man. Wow, this guy's like the best defense ever. K-cap theory, throw the Dora. Yeah, it depends on the composition. I'll pay more attention to that in a minute. The hand composition matters too. And some people kind of have an algorithm in their head for... Oh god. This doesn't really matter besides it brings third place closer to the fold. But it also oh wow, that's 18. Did they take first? Wow, I'm third all of a sudden again. And they're still deal. Yep, that is exactly the problem, Bibo. Yeah, if you don't have a pair. Yeah, there's that too, you know, Wazzy. Yeah, there's a lot of things to think about with that. Like here, the 1-4 is just so useless, and keeping the Yakuhai even with one cut is useful. But yeah, this person's really messed up this game. I think they should just lose 400 points, and we should all just get 150. It's really changed this game, and it's... I've not been on the nice receiving end of these. Like yesterday, we had someone get deleted and quit, and we got third, but neither of us got to deal. It was the same seat, I think, or opposite seat. If I have pair, I just drop. If I don't, okay, yeah, that's fair. It's good to know all the 5s are going to be gone. That's cool. But we're sort of in a position here where we're already third. We're technically up rating at this point, even though it's equal. But there's basically only things to gain and nothing to lose here. So we're just going to try to make the fastest hand we can and try to inch our way. Because there's still a long way to go. It's just when this guy deals in and goes broke, you know, it's stupid musical chairs. And we have to be more aggressive here. Of course, I need to get the hand that lets us do that. And because these triple ones were... Wow, he reached to lose position. Interesting. That's, like, shocking to me. 7, 8. So they're likely never in this suit. 2 can go. I don't want to just straight fold, but, like, I'm okay with that. Like, right now... Like, the math here kind of works out. Like, if he doesn't win this hand, I'm second. If he sinks the dealer with some 12k monstrosity, I'm now second. So... I'm feeling frisky for chanting. And this hand also is really far away from making a hand. But we know some safe tiles, so we'll just keep throwing them and work from there. Wow, the Dora is just free too. Let's see if he sumo guris. He does. I don't have anything I can do by calling that, but I can throw this. The 1's good. They could have reached on a terrible tile, too. So I could try to make a bomb. If I have more safe tiles, I probably would. Well, I guess we're making a bomb. The only issue is if it's, Hey, Miss Sang, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a minute. Those are just throwing the stupid 6. He's throwing a 7. He's throwing a 7 too, and a 4. 7 is double Genbutsu. Like, I don't even know why I wasn't. We also couldn't make a hand. Well, that proved nothing. Doesn't really change a whole lot here. It'd be really funny if we went to South round on this. This hand's a bit dumb, so we keep this mess, because hopefully something, Forgotten Boon. Can't quite make out what that one is. But really, so like a 15... Any hand here is good. I think making any hand here is good. We'll take what comes. Naturally, again, we're stuck on corners. That helps. I think we're just on honor dump. Hopefully we fill in some more shapes. This is potential for a Sanmontan. A 7-tile run, which I never get the name right. That improved things. But yeah, any reach here and win would pretty much launch us to first. Just a sure way. This has Dora touch. I'm just gonna throw this. Still have like 1, 3, 4, 5 too. Oh, there you go. I think we're one away here. No, not quite. No pair. That's a pretty good hit to call. No, it's not. No one needs them, so I'm just gonna cut it. The 1-3 is kind of floating too. Just getting rid of it because it's right now fully safe. Maybe the 9 is basically just as safe. So I probably shouldn't have done that. Okay. Go around in circles. And we still got a whole south round. It's not like we have to win right here, but it is our last deal, and this guy might just get dumpstered on his deal. 2's likely good. Who's calling this do for me? I call the 5. No, it doesn't really. Of course. It doesn't really mystically improve anything. It's just kind of a slide job. And then I lose shapes. Surprised no one slammed. At this point, I guess I need to call so that I'm 10 by. Like now we're kind of chasing the no 10 payment because the no 10 payment's actually significant here, and we get another deal because this guy's just gonna get blood of all their money. That sort of works, but it doesn't really help our search of a 10 pie hand. So we can throw, but I don't want to throw Dora. I don't want to throw 7. Had to think about that. We've recently thrown, and it's Suji to this. So we got to go one more, and then we get paid. This could be risky, but we have to stay. We have to stay 10 by. If it's a run for some Dama, whatever, we're done here. Well, I'm honestly surprised they didn't fight harder, because that puts me in first. Wow. And me holding dealer in this situation is pretty strong. I mean... Huh. Unless I'm feeling frisky for Shanta and you see a first turn 5 try. Those are the hardest hands, because, I mean, sometimes we get burned. We had that big Dama yesterday for like 18k. On 7 pairs. Probably should have thrown 9 here. No, 6, 7, 7, 9. We have a Kantan here. Kind of a dumb pair situation here. I feel so bad I scared away Disperse, but I will make sure to check them out next Wednesday. I really can't call this. Oh, hello. Well, having 2 Kantons is not very useful. So we'll fix this trip. Oh, we're going to call the 7s. I do like extra tiles. Let's get rid of the 7 or the 9. Okay, with the 2 down, this is probably not very good. Hopefully we fix a shape here. Oh, hello. Oh. No Yaku. I'm gonna search for something better. This is a bit greedy, but there's a lot of interesting shapes here, and there's also the possibility of 4 concealed trips. Not that I need a Yakuman, but like, obviously there were a lot of upgrades. But we were talking last night with Moranium. I actually went on voice, and we were talking. This is probably a good example of the type of hand that you would want to do that. And we took the reach here just because I think it's going to be difficult for someone. If someone cuts me for 1,000 points, I'm already losing the lead anyways because of all of the points in the middle. So look at this. I like that one. The Sang Moon. That almost looks like the woman from Power Rangers. You know, the Rita or whatever her name was, the evil one, the witch. Was she a witch or kind of a sorcerer? I don't know. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought that was the tile. What is the weight here? 6? It's 614, right? I had it right. That one I knew. Oh, buddy. Whoosh, here we go. Count them up. Did we get a triple Ura? No triple Ura. But I did pop you for a nice 12k. Just Farben rating points now. So now we're really secure. Maybe this game will turn into one time where I made everybody else at the table quit. Well, bully. So like here, there's always a consideration, Biba. You can throw the 9 here, like clutching both of these. Sometimes you can magically pair one, and that kind of gives you some calling power. Yeah, I tend to do, I will say, matches where I get these long dealer runs, whether they're cheap hands or not. They're pretty good. They feel pretty good. Like, I feel I'm doing something right when I win them. So here we break the 5-9, just because we have 7-8-9, 6-7 with a 4-6. Because it's already ready. Like, if we hit the 5, that's better than us kind of screwing around making something like this. Now we have to make a consideration, though. No, I think this goes. There's a Sanshoku chance, but I don't want to keep additional Kanchons when I kind of have this really nice Pinzu shape that can hook up to a lot of different things, multi-tile weight stuff. Really don't need to be too crazy though. We just don't want someone to go on a crazy dealer streak. Really, the person across from us is Toyman is the most deadly. Oh, that was the end of that album. We will change albums. He's probably not a flush. Oh, hello. Hello. You just done here? I just done here? Where's the 2, 2, 5, 2, for the 9. I do like this one. I threw the 2. What do I even think their weight is? Do we just play the low Suji and hope that works? No, I don't like that. I guess we just test the 8. Okay. My feeling is they could be on like a 2-5 weight or some low Mon weight, or 3-6 Pinzu, or 4-7 Sozu. Well, we're gonna find out. Hey, they were. Oh, it was this crafty weight. It was close though. It was close. It's just a Mongun though. Doesn't really. And now this kid's down to 1,400 points, and they're on dealer, so Anyone who makes a Mongon sumo here, the match is just over. So we really made that big hand when we needed to. Ooh. For the 5 here, just because it's less useful than these more distant tiles. I'm going to throw the 2 here just because this is still a shape, right? Like if we want to fix this as our pair, we say this is our pair, and this is just 5, 6, 7, right? I don't think this 9 really does anything for us. It's just kind of, we got a run and a free 9, whatever. There's only 6 Dora in this hand. This 5 is pretty loose. Throw this 5. Just a bit queasy that this could be dealing into a Dama. And it's just not necessary. Like what am I doing? I'm breaking up a Ryanmon pair that I don't. Like now we can throw it. Because now we just have the 6-9 out and the game's over. It's actually Sanshoku as well, so this is going to be a 3-Han hand. 2, because I threw away the Dora. And that's good. This person must be irritated. Would have rather hit it off the dealer, but like we could have kept going around there and attempted to hit the dealer. But I think I'll just take my 2K and just keep going. Because they still have the functional problem. If they sumo party, game's gonna end, so. Might pair this, that's more useful, but I think they're all going. It's gonna be a low Dora hand. So this is one of those weird situations. We can almost assume there's only going to be 3 Dora in play. Does reach make sense here if we need to? I think it's okay. If we get a good weight, I think it's okay. Because if he 12Ks... No, if he 12Ks, we only pay 4. So, it's just going to be how far along I think their hand is. We may just chase... No, our hand is too good. To just outrightly call that and make this worth half. Have to cut this. This is probably getting cut regardless. It kind of depends on what happens with other parts of our hands. Like this 1 can go. We can start looking at Tanya. He doesn't like that 8. Then I'm looking for a 4, right? Gonna wait a little bit longer. A lot of 8s are gone now, though. Oh, hello. Well, we'll throw the loose tile first. But now we're 1 away. No Pinfu, though. Oh, it is. I'm just gonna Dama this. Match is over. GG. Oh my god, we finally won a match again. I think we earned it. That was pretty good. This guy gave up, I think, way too easy. But we got back 150 points, so now we're... On the week, we're up about 300 rating. That's good. That 1/4 kind of sucked, but I think it's pretty good. Our defense is somehow now 78. I don't know how that's happening. Our dealing rate goes down, yet our defense still goes down. Anything else? I'll pull up the stats site, and then maybe we'll play a little bit more in nethack. See if anything interesting came out of the stats today. So coming into today, we were looking at our dealing rate went up because obviously there weren't a lot of games. We're up to like 20 matches, and we were still sitting at about a 22% win rate with about a 7.3% dealing rate, and all it took was like 3 deal-ins to bump it up. Today, oh, they aren't all posted yet. How many were today? We only played a couple today, but this recent match. Basically, it's the same stats. A huge chunk of our games are second and third places. Our sumo rate's really high, which is kind of indicative of us doing pretty good, I think. Our average turns to Tenpai are a little bit higher than on this stat sheet. It's currently 12.4, but I think that counts every hand. So, like, a lot of hands we're kind of playing a little more defensively. So I wish there was some way to, like, tag, like... Were we actually playing the hand, right? But maybe average turns to Tenpai only counts when you actually make it. But it's funny, so it says exhaustive draw rate, so only 15% of hands actually go there, and that just kind of gives you, like, expected value-wise, like, let's say the worst situation where we'd pay out 3,000 points. And if it's 15% of the time, so like that's a minus 450 on the average floating there that we're kind of leaving out. I don't know. We don't quite call enough, but I think in a smaller sample size, there's a lot of hands that were just super marginal to be chasing. Oh, it did post the other match. Alright, so we're at 22.35% win rate, 7.26% deal-in rate, 42.5% sumo. I mean, here's if you're actually... I'm sure nobody else cares. I just like to keep an eye on just certain stats and just... Our average turns went down. Not too much else to say. The one thing that I find interesting, me compared to other players, and it's just... Yeah, like, this is what I was talking about with Moranium earlier, was that, I mean, there's different playstyles, certainly, but, like, they tend to deal in a lot to reach, and I'm like, you might want to be looking at, because they were kind of going over all the books again, and kind of like, you know, it's this question of, there's so many things to look at, and so maybe it would help to kind of focus on a couple things, and just, like, what I'm doing isn't necessarily better or anything, it's just, this is what works for me. And it's kind of a key difference between me and a lot of other players. Is like when I know when I have a really good sense of what your weights are, like, yeah, I'm wrong sometimes, but for the most part, it's in Jade Room, it's really kept me from dealing into like 12k hands and then having to chase. So all I was always trying to show was just a different graph, and I said, like, other players aren't as defensive, but the graphs are a bit similar. There's a page on here called win-lose distribution, and it shows what the opponent's hand was when you deal in. And his their reach deal-in rate, like half the hands are dealing into a reach. So I'm like, it seems like you're chasing a lot, right? And just the question is like, that's the kind of stuff I look for in this. It's like, what are we dealing into? Half the time we're dealing into somebody's bullshit Dama hand that we can't do a whole lot about. And when I review some of the replays, I'm like, wow, there were even bigger Dama hands that we were avoiding. But those are kind of the hardest hands to kind of sniff out. And that's kind of a lot of fun to me in this game, more than I enjoy other card games where you're kind of sniffing out the Dama and stuff like that. But I really, like, I've dealt into a few more Richis now that I've chased, but this graph was like 72% Dama before yesterday when we had to chase that one game really hard. So I mean, it's, you know, it's, and my Richi win rate, I reach everything because I follow Ako-chan's stupid idea of let's just reach everything. But it's just stuff I follow just because sometimes you'll see a bad trend start to form where we're really not, like, one thing I noticed in kind of silver and gold was I was being a little bit too defensive and just not playing enough hands and not being efficient enough. So what did we go back to do? We worked on efficiency, and we worked on, okay, playing in a little bit of playing in traffic and kind of working on, particularly I was getting creamed on playing open hands. And so I went back, okay, what part of the books and resources out there, what can I find, blogs or whatever, just kind of talking about what do you do, you know, like when you call a few things off, it's riskier, but like it's different, right? There's a different mindset when you're playing closed versus open, and I feel like earlier in a hand, sure, you can kind of play both ways, but you still need to be aware of, like, when you commit, what are you left with? So there you go. So I just kind of look at that stuff. I mean, the stats are stats, they're kind of whatever. But the first thing I look at is, like, if we're having a bad session, is it because I'm dealing in a lot? Is it because I'm just not winning any hands? Do I think I'm, like, screwing up efficiency, or am I doing something weird? And, I mean, right now I think we're in a pretty good place with where a lot of this is. I mean, there's a 15% difference in my win rate and my dealing rate, and it is more defensive play, but I mean, there's basically no variance with this. Like, the only time I feel I have to push harder is when it's Sumo Party. And as you're seeing with a lot of these Jade games, there seems to be two different types of play. This dealing rate is cheating. Well, people need to get better. Plus 2, 2, 3. I'd like to play another, but unfortunately I don't have... wrestling's on in like 15 minutes. But we'll be back probably again tomorrow earlier. Or, you know, I'll be around the Zhang streams where Yogi's going to play some. Yeah, it's our fun time. It's family time, so... it's good stuff, though. Like, if you were, like... You know, only 1,200 to go. Just never get 4th, Yogi. Did you hear the story about how we got out of gold? We didn't get 4th for like 30 or 40 matches in a row. and that one was pretty disgusting too. Do I still have that up somewhere? Because that was just basically like me selecting a month's worth of play in gold. Let's see if I can find it. Well, I mean, there you go. Here, if you look at my team never 4, it's. I mean, that's the way the rating system works. I don't think you have an impetus to push. Do you have winnings? No, I've gotten 9 twice, Masang. It sucked. I got 9 twice. In fact, there was basically a 9 run in this. Like, you can see the no, there were thirds. Yeah, there was. I mean, it's a random bullshit achievement. But we almost got it in silver too. I think it's easier to get in the lower rooms. But like, if you play enough, sure, probably happens. Did you see this? Just play it, Timo. It's all yours. But I was pretty happy. We had like...
打乜嘢來乜嘢？點解會咁啊？一問，四姑，你有冇搞錯啊？呢個臨牌仲要呢個錢俾你特的士
Take my
啊！
money. Take my money. Take my shirt. Here's your stupid tile. But yeah, I mean, it's. I love the shuffle too. This is some random family on YouTube. I don't think the same Seamal. But sometimes we on the stream wonder why, like, they didn't shuffle the tiles very well. It's like Timo's average hand. We need to make sure those tiles are nice and shuffled. Take a handful. Get your smoke on. Start again. I also just love seeing an automatic shuffler in real time. Are there any new ones you haven't seen? I think you've seen the older ones. We sometimes add more. Oh, there's a Dora one. Yep.
Hey.
Oh yeah, Dumb Dora was so dumb.
Dora is really dumb.
Because we started referring to it as Dumb Dora.
She's been in kindergarten so long.
You can't, right?
She's
like
the
this,
only girl
like
in
that's where
class
Mahjong
with
Soul gets it,
blank.
where Tenhao doesn't. Tenhao's like pops up the score screen. Mahjong Soul, like, that's the soul part of Mahjong Soul. That's funny too. That dealing rate's cheating. Well, Well... Losing my thing. Is there anything else interesting in the stats? We weren't very lucky. That was the other thing that happens. Like, whenever we kind of get these bad runs where we... Like, one thing I noticed is when we kind of get stuck in third a lot, and we know how to avoid fourth, particularly in, like, Gold Room and stuff. I love dance. Very happy Pengu. It's not Pengu. It's not pissed off Pengu. It's a legitimately happy penguin. But the if anyone has suggestions for more, I can. Usually something comes to me that's stupid, and I generally have bad ideas. So, unlike Yogi just grabs, he just exchanges channel points for showing things. Like here, it's a Tim Hortons cup. That one's free. I should get a Yogi Bear one. It's not a Disney product, right? Barmaid? Do we need a Tapper game? Was it Koya? Koya was talking about Root Beer Tapper. That game's excellent. That's really funny, Timo. You're making me laugh. That dealing rate is cheating. little did y'all know, it's Amakage, and I have like it's like if Superman was playing Mahjong, it could just see through the tiles. Well, I don't think I have. We played some friendlies and we had the one snipe, and I just obviously asked to not snipe. But it's been pretty even. What I've noticed, Oda's really good at playing aggressively, and a lot of people, I think, like, sort of the point in hands where I go, there's no way I'm ever going to make this hand without dodging a million bullets and the hand's worthless. I'm willing to give those hands up, and a lot of people in Jade just seem to just run into the burning building. I see that a lot. That's my general sense. Like, Oda's very good at, very good, and this is a tactic I don't think I have yet, is being able to punish people who are pushing into that, and they also are paying attention to like what tiles they're throwing, so they know if they push and like you're throwing like low Sozu or whatever, they know they're just gonna get it. Just get bullied by Richinomi. I've not seen like any Richinomis like these games. Like the 1/4 we got was disgusting. We got Dama'd for like 12k. We got 12k double door, obviously double Dora 7 pairs. And there might have been an Ur in there or something. And it was 6 Han, and they weren't due, so it was 12k. So we got bopped on that, and we kept fighting in that game. We came back, we got our second deal or whatever, and Shimo manages to get like a 3-tile Hanuman slam for like 18k on me. And it was a Baimon, actually. It was 12 or 16k. Either way, I paid out a bazillion points that game that I had very little control over because the hands were too quickly. And I even knew. I said when I threw the tile, I'm like, this hasn't been broken yet. This is, I mean, Ako-chan's going to throw it, and the correct play is to throw it. Oda's going to tell me to throw it because I'm too much of a coward. But this could deal into something bad, Dama, and it did. And I'm like, wow, that's terrible. Like, here, let me see if I can find it. Because that's like, just so I know I've hit the Zen with like defense, is like, I have the sense that I just know that tile's bad. And it sucks, because I mean, it means you fold a lot of hands. I think it was this one. Let's see if I can find it. Because like a lot of the force we've had have been sumo parties where people are just dealing up just silly things. Alright, so here... Oops. So here you go. We're going to go around... So here we go. Here's our... Since we have a couple minutes, we'll finish on this. They could get triple ear. Yeah, exactly. They reach Inami. If it's a good wait, though, and it's early, I think it's good. But I think if you wait like 10 turns to do that, like I love to chase those. So we're just building a normal hand. It's East 1. Everything's going great. And nothing too crazy going on here, too. Like, they threw the 6. Okay. They could be either here nor there. Obviously, I'm pointing to what's about to happen. And our hand isn't looking too bad. Like, there's nice things happening here. Throw the 9, alright. Keep this, kind of fix the penchant shape. Not fix, just cut it. And, you know, we're looking here, we're looking pretty good. And then bad things are going to happen. Oh, they were dealer. Hope this is the right hand. Okay. Okay. So what do you do here? You already drew the Dora Chun, and you're like, well, I can't throw that. So we kept that on the prior turn. What do you do here? And I mean, I already told you the solution. I literally said on stream, I think this is a bad idea. It's unbroken. But you have to have a pretty specific hand for this to go really, really bad. So what would you throw here? Would you just give this hand up? Would you just throw another 9? Maybe throwing the other 9 was better. You just say give up. Because you'd be cutting a pair. Because I'll tell you what you shouldn't have thrown. But I really don't think there's a way to know. But so like throwing the 1, I think kicks you back a shot, because your pair could get undermined, and then you just don't have a pair anymore. Yeah, I think you're losing. You're already really far away, so like this is my this is where I think most Jade players are going to continue to push, and they're going to run into the flame. And in this case, I ran into the flame because it's this. Oh, this one wasn't pairs. It was just screw you, Dora. It was just Dom a million points. Well, we just drew it, and I'm like, well, do we cycle it? Like, I really can't use the South. It's also not their win. Like, they just got one of those perfect hands that I think I had sniffed out pretty well, but it's just like, you know, but there you go. And so here's your count up. Like, so this one wasn't 7 pairs, but functionally you're kind of thinking the same thing. They said triple Dora. But that was how this one started. And what's funny is we actually managed to get back into this. We get a nice win. We made a little bit of a run on dealer, and then this happens. Or this guy, is this the one? This kid sumos Baimon. Say Baimon, and somehow we're still in this game. And then it's like, okay, what worse could possibly happen? Was this the 7 pairs one? This might be the 7 pairs one. So they reached, and we just get stuck. Oh, it was on a 9. And here's another Hanimon. Just have another happy little Hanimon. Now keep in mind, we're losing, but we don't really have much of a hand. I don't quite remember the commentary for this. But we were kind of stuck in a situation with not a lot of great tiles, and it's, I mean, you can take the hint. All these Mon tiles came after the throw, right? So like we don't really know the status of 3 and 8, and the thought is, okay, well, throwing the 9 at least takes Tanyao out of it. So like, okay, if it's bad, I mean, but I guess anything bad is still really bad, right? What's funny is we still didn't lose the match on this. Like, I just don't think there's not an amazing discard here. Because everyone was really throwing honors too. So any Genbutsu we had got burned, and we didn't really, nothing really fits a Suji line. So I said, well, if we can get something out of this, we might be able to sniff out that there's a couple safe tiles here. But they ended up having, pretty easy, silly hand, right? But somehow we still, I don't think we actually lost from that. So what do we get from, or do we just kind of? Oh no, we chased and we never got another hand on this one. But after getting bopped early, we got back in it, and then got bopped again. So it was just one of those hard ones that, you can't every single time have safe tiles and everything like that. All right, well, we had fun today. NetHack was good. I guess I need to play more. Thanks. Good to see you, Timo, Yogi, Biba, Narwazi, Disperse, saw you earlier. The Sang, of course. Haven't seen you in a while. Huldu, of course. And we'll probably be back tomorrow sometime, but I have some other things kind of going on in the afternoon, so I'll be in and out. I'm sure people will be streaming, and I'll, of course, say hi. Let's see, someone I can say hi to before I step out. Who's been to Kazakh's yesterday? I haven't seen Zankoth in a minute, so I'll go say hi to Zankoth. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see Timo. Hopefully Timo's got a little stream later, and I'll see what's going on with that. And as always, good luck with the runs, Yogi. I'll see you tomorrow.